All right, welcome to the tool bag tour part 2. In the previous video, we walked through my primary bag, which is the Vito SPMC bag, which is fantastic. This time we're going through a Carhartt bag. I've tried a couple of different bags. In fact, I got that Vito with the promotion that they were doing, and I got an open tote. I thought I would like it. I didn't love it, but I already took off the hang tags. And I had this bag, and I found that this works better. I actually like that it's lighter, but it still feels plenty sturdy for what I need. This is more of an experimental bag or a flex bag where I can grab the things that I need. And some of these things have seen less use than the tools in the other bag. So, or some of them are tools that used to be in my primary bag and have moved over here because I just didn't find that I use them as often. So in the bag, there's similar kind of twin sets of pockets on either side, and then pockets on the inside with a main area in the middle. And I'll just go through and pull everything out as we go. So I've got different marking tools, Sharpies, Inksol, pencil in here. It's good to have backups in there. This used to be my main light before I switched over to these ones, but it's still good to have. I like that this guy, I think this is the arc filled, has a laser pointer if I need to show something out, but as much as I like the idea of it, I have found that I don't actually use this very often. So it's just kind of here as an extra, as a backup. Like the idea of it, but maybe you would find that you use yours more, maybe if you're an inspector or something, but I just don't need to point things out to clients with a laser all that often. I've got this guy. This is my go-to light. So usually this is on the floodlight setting. It's got good battery life. You can change the brightness of it. It's magnetic and has a clip and does all the things that this does. Maybe not quite as bright, but I found that it is very functional for a little light, especially if I'm in a small place, or I could even just clip it on my collar and work with that in a pinch. So this one is a favorite. In the vein of lights, this is a recent pickup from Klein. I know that Milwaukee and a few other manufacturers have something similar, but the fact that it can stand up on its own, you can adjust the angle. This one doesn't pivot to different angles. I know there's one from Olight that does, but it's plenty bright, and I can use this in a pinch if I need to charge my phone. So one part light, one part battery backup, and a lot of flexibility in terms of positioning, and more light than what I'm going to get from this guy. So recent addition, haven't used it for any projects, but I'm sure that it's going to see some use. And it's always good to have a backup. I've got in here some cables for charging my different lights, and then just some nail punches. They don't see a ton of use, so again, they go in the flex bag. The Wera Allen wrenches here are great. They're beautiful. I don't find that I use them all that much, so they moved from my primary bag over to this guy. They look good. Don't see a ton of use in my experience. I end up using the bits more than these, but it's good to have them, and the quality that they make and the fact that they are these ball ends adds a lot of utility. Besides that, I've also just got an extension if I need. I don't know if that one's going to move to the other bag or not. This used to be my go-to screwdriver. It's ratcheting. It's got bit storage in here. The quality is very good. Vera is definitely a bit of a favorite in terms of brands for me, but the fact that I could get a stubby in that vessel one means that this has been sent over to the second string lineup. I do have my Baco adjustable wrench here. I usually have the pliers wrench that covers my needs, but if I ever need an adjustable wrench, I have this one. So that is it for this side of the bag. Moving over to the other side, I've got my safety glasses. It's always good to have PPE. This is just an extra bit rail. I like these a lot, and I don't yet have a need for this one. Again, flex bag, got a few odds and ends in this one as well. I haven't decided if these are going to be things that I keep or exactly what I'm going to use them for, but I just got to stick them somewhere, so it is easy to put them in the bag. My little level here, and a multimeter. This is probably a bit of a splurge. I don't do that much electrical work, at least I haven't so far, and having the clamp on there, I like the idea of it. We'll see if that actually is necessary, but the options that this gives me I like, and having a multimeter for testing things out is always good. And just leads and the thermostat check in that one. Okay, so to the main compartment, I'm going to just pull things out and put it in front of you. Got some aviation snips. These ones are straight. I know there's different varieties, but that usually covers my needs. I have some insulated screwdrivers, again from Vera. These I haven't tried out yet, but in the reviews that I've seen, the laser etching that they have on the tips are supposed to be really good at holding things in. So I'm excited to try these out the next time I'm doing electrical work and need to use them. They feel very lightweight as well. I didn't expect that. They honestly kind of feel like a toy from the weight. I'm used to things feeling heavier, but they are plenty strong to turn fasteners, so that's what matters. A little cat's paw. This comes in handy, you know, you need to get a nail out, whether you drove it wrong or somebody else did and it needs to come out. That gets a fair bit of use. This I'll get to in a minute. I have some more drill bits just in one of these plastic cases. So if I need to grab those, that was a Project Farm recommendation as far as the specific sets. I think those were Bosch, but this pairs with a rotary hammer, or I've got a demolition screwdriver from Klein where you can actually switch these out. So I've got my rotary hammer, and this just gives me a couple of options and can pound on that if I need to. These have not been used yet, but I like the idea of having this for the size and weight and just being able to pound on it. This I use a lot for like flat pack furniture assembly if I need to keep track of parts the way that they don't mark. I know that the original brand is made in the US and would be great. This is the Harbor Freight US General version, and it's just a silicone mat, but the convenience of keeping parts organized, I found that this is useful for a few different situations, so I like to keep this handy in the bag. Got some gloves. These are ones that I used to use years ago when I landscaped, and the durability that these provided and the fit was really good for me. So these Ranch Works from Ironclad are what I carry with me. So I did the SDS driver. This is another one that I got before that as a demo driver, but as we can see with the cap still on and shiny chrome, I haven't actually used this one much. I haven't had to, in most of the jobs that I've done for the last 6 months, do much demolition. So that's something I kind of look forward to doing, but haven't had the occasion to do that yet. Got some little bolt cutters here. I picked these up after I had a mattress that a spring mattress that we were getting rid of, and it was going to be super expensive to have somebody pick it up, and I don't have a truck to easily haul it and drop it off, and so I thought, oh, I'll just cut it up. So I ended up using diagonal cutters, and it was like at least 300 cuts. It may have been like 3,000 that I made, and it was exhausting. So I got these to save myself from that hand fatigue. If I ever need to cut through things, I have that option. Hopefully this doesn't make you think, oh, this guy can't drill, but if it does, I guess that's your problem, not mine. If I ever want to just be really sure that I'm getting things at a 90, this is a drill guide. I haven't actually used it yet, so maybe I shouldn't keep it, but this is in there just in case I feel the need. Got my outlet tester. So that's a recent pickup, but I've gone through and tested all the outlets in my house to make sure that those are good. And then I've got this guy. I know Klein came out with one recently that is similar. It's not quite as quick in the change, and some people don't like the chunky form factor of this. It hasn't bothered me. I mostly use it as a scraper, but it works great as a box cutter as well. The thing to keep in mind if you are considering this as a tool to pick up is it only takes specific blades. There's a little cutout kind of behind there that if you get a regular blade that's not the Tough Built brand, or maybe there's some other manufacturers that do make the same kind of style, it's not going to fit in here. So this is a backup. It's not my main box cutter. That would be the Milwaukee, but the convenience to move that around I found quite useful. And I do have some extra blades that it came with in there. This is just a right angle tool so that I can get in at an angle. I recently picked up the Milwaukee 4-in-1 that will hopefully make this obsolete, because this is great that it gives you options, but my issue with it is it is kind of a two-hand operation to keep it from wobbling. It's a bit awkward, so hopefully with the dedicated tool that will be less of an issue. And I realized that I pulled this out but I didn't show it. This is just so I can keep these blades for if I need to cut shingles. Like I helped a neighbor put up a shed, and when we put on the shingles on the roof, we needed to cut the edges so that it would be clean and in line. So that's what this guy's for. This is one that the style that my dad had growing up, so some nostalgia there, but definitely not the convenience of the quick blade change. So I wouldn't recommend this one unless it's gonna hit the nostalgia button for you. But that's what I keep in the bag right now. For the other thing that this bag does, though, besides just holding these tools, is if I need to, I can throw in another power tool or two. If I am grabbing my rotary hammer, or if I want to throw in my drill, maybe I'm just switching out the surge from my other bag, or I can just add it here and then have a couple of bags. And being able to have that flexibility gives me a lot of peace of mind when I'm going to a job, and it saves me time as I'm going back and forth from the car. I can carry 2 bags at once. I don't want to get to 3 if I don't need it. If I can do it in 1, even better, but this provides valuable flexibility for me to get things done when I need them. So that's bag 2 for you. Hopefully you found that interesting or useful, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.